Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. It's almost 2-3 days to go. It's the very end of this transfer window. Many things to say. Let's jump into it together. And so here we are, guys, as always, to keep you updated. Many movements, and let's start from two names, because Fenerbahçe keep working on N'Golo Kante deal with Ittihad. The negotiations are going to try to make it happen, eventually also to discuss player inclusion in the deal. So Fenerbahçe are trying every way to try reach an agreement for N'Golo Kante. They have an agreement with the French midfielder, but still working on club side. Meanwhile, Fenerbahçe want to add at least one more offensive player. For Ademola Lookman, there is an agreement on the fee with Atalanta, 40 million euros, 35 plus 5, but at the moment no agreement on payment terms, on bank guarantees, and so the deal is in danger. Let's see if Fenerbahçe and Atalanta can reach an agreement for Ademola Lookman. At the same time, Fenerbahçe already have an option blocked and almost done. Sadiki Cherif, the striker from Angers, deal agreed for 22 million euros. Package, loan with obligation to buy, plus 3 in adults. The deal is ready for Sadiki Cherif, who can join Fenerbahçe very soon. At the same time, guys, we have to mention more on several clubs, and let me start with some here we go, because the first one is for Ortega, the goalkeeper who is leaving Manchester City and going to Nottingham Forest. Is a permanent transfer, short-term contract for Ortega, who will decide then his future in the summer again, but now he's going to spend the next 6 months at least at Nottingham Forest. So deal agreed for Stefan Ortega. Also, when we mention things about Ittihad, N'Golo Kante and all the rest, many of you asking me, is there a chance Karim Benzema can leave Ittihad already in this January window? Look guys, it looks really unlikely from what I'm told for this transfer window. I would be really careful for the summer, because what's the situation now with Karim Benzema? Ittihad, as I told you earlier this week, have offered Benzema a new contract, only paying image rights, not a salary. And this is something that Benzema feels is insulting, is something he absolutely doesn't want to accept. And this is why Benzema was not in the squad in the last game and asked not to be in the squad for the next game. So it's really tense between Karim Benzema and Ittihad. So what's the scenario? At the moment, from what I'm hearing, the scenario most likely is that Benzema stays at Ittihad till the end of the season. We will see. If Ittihad will give Benzema what he wants, he will sign a new deal. Otherwise, he will leave the club with many options as a free agent in Europe and also MLS. So a lot of interest in Karim Benzema. But this January window, Karim Benzema arrival in Europe looks unlikely because it's too short, at least for European clubs. So that's the situation at the moment. Let's see, because for sure it's a tense situation between Benzema and Ittihad, so let's not exclude anything, but at the moment it looks unlikely. Also, more to say, guys, on Liverpool. Many questions from Liverpool fans on Curtis Jones, Denzel Dumfries, and stories coming from Italy. So on Denzel Dumfries, guys, again, when Liverpool and Inter spoke, and despite reports denying this, Inter and Liverpool spoke. It happened on Friday. Inter and Liverpool discussed, and during these talks, Liverpool were asking for Denzel Dumfries only eventually for a loan. So Liverpool were not sending any bid, Liverpool were not advancing in negotiations, Liverpool were discussing options with Inter, but Denzel Dumfries for them was never an option on a permanent transfer in this window because he's injured. The player is really appreciated, but he's injured, and this is the point. Inter will never give the player on loan. So stop on these rumors about Denzel Dumfries. It's not something concrete, it's not something advanced. Then on Curtis Jones, Inter asked for Curtis Jones. Inter had an agreement almost ready with the player on the contract and with his agency, Wasserman. The same agency, Emmanuel Akanji. Inter have very good relationship. So Curtis Jones was keen on a move to Inter. But the problem is that Curtis Jones, as I told you last night, has a contract till 2027 at Liverpool, and Liverpool will not let the player leave on loan unless he signs a new contract. And at the moment, we are not at that stage. So Liverpool are not approving the exit of Curtis Jones unless he accepts to sign a new contract in the next hours. But it's something that at the moment is not happening. So Liverpool are not opening the doors to this possibility. Then, if you ask me about Curtis Jones, my feeling is that if he's not in this window, in the summer, something could happen around him, because the contract situation must be sorted. Otherwise, he could really leave Liverpool in 2026. So that's the story on Liverpool. Then, more to say, guys. Two quick things on Manchester United. One is about all the questions I'm receiving on Leon Goretzka. Goretzka will leave Bayern as a free agent in the summer, but Goretzka will have plenty of options. My understanding is that Man United will go very big for midfielders in the summer. But trust me, very big. They could sign one, maybe two midfielders in the summer transfer window. Casemiro is leaving, and so Man United will go very strong for midfielders. But at the moment, I'm not aware of anything advanced for Goretzka. Goretzka will have many options. Atletico wanted him in this January window, and they could be back. Italian clubs, English clubs, German clubs. So Goretzka will have plenty of possibilities. Goretzka will now take his time, will not decide now or next week or in 2 weeks or in February. Goretzka will wait till the end of the season, then decide his future, with several options. But at the moment, from what I'm hearing, Man United are going on really important options in midfield, probably younger players than Goretzka. And so keep an eye on Man United on midfielders in 2026, because they're really going to do something important in midfield. In terms of talents, I'm not saying that they're going to sign world superstars, but in terms of talents, I think they will go for important talents. Then we have to wait, the manager situation, of course. And for Goretzka, plenty of options. Then I wanted to finish on Chelsea. I wanted to say that for Axel Disasi, there are two possibilities at the moment. One is to go to West Ham on loan. West Ham are waiting to see what happens. Why waiting? Because Disasi is also aware of interest from AC Milan in Italy. So if Milan decide to proceed for Disasi, he will go to Milan. He wants to go to Milan. If Milan decide not to proceed, West Ham is still an option. So let's see what happens for Axel Disasi. And then for Chelsea defender, Mamadou Sarr recall is an option. As I told you yesterday, Chelsea are seriously considering to recall the defender and bring him back to the club. And then, guys, for Jérémy Jacquet, be very careful, because again, this race is still underway. I think he's a bit underrated, this story in the media, if you want my honest opinion. But I think this story will be big, because Chelsea are still there, Liverpool are still there for Jérémy Jacquet, Bayern is looking unlikely at this stage, because the player favors Premier League football. But the Jérémy Jacquet is absolutely gonna be big. It's the Jérémy Jacquet story. And my understanding is that will be now for the summer, because Chelsea wanted the player now, while Rennes only want to sell the player now, as soon as possible, for the summer, not for January window. So let's see what's gonna happen. Because also Liverpool remain in conversation, and Liverpool would be open to making the deal happen for the summer and not for January. While Chelsea keep insisting with the players' agents. So let's follow the situation, let's see what happens. Jérémy Jacquet battle, ongoing. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories, as always, here in the comments. Guys, remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned with the notifications, because many things are gonna happen. I'm gonna be here to keep you updated as always. See you soon, here on my YouTube channel with Fabrizio Romano. Thank you guys, ciao.